Hi everybody, my name is Xavier and I'm broadcasting. It's what time is it? It's 8:15 here in California. I'm broadcasting from Los Angeles and I'm going to be with you for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So, one thing I wanted to know before starting is to be sure that you are listening to me. I know there's a delay between what I'm saying and any message that you can post on the link. So, I'm going to ask you if you can hear me. Can you just send me a message saying, yes, I can see you and I can listen to you. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes just to be sure. And in the meantime, I wanted to tell you that I want to talk today about being banned from LinkedIn. I know this not new. This is not new, right? This is something that has been going on since LinkedIn exists. But for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've seen a lot of posts everywhere in English or in Spanish talking about how, oh, yeah, thank you very much. Melanie is telling me that she can hear me. Thanks a lot, Melanie. So at least I know I have at least one person is listening to me. So thanks a lot, Melanie. So yeah, being banned from LinkedIn is everybody's talking about it for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and there's a number of reasons. And I did a little survey and I looked here and there why you could be banned from LinkedIn. And actually, there's a page on LinkedIn where it says it gives you some of the reasons why you could be banned from LinkedIn. And some of it, you won't believe it because everybody is doing it. So some of the reasons is, for example, you cannot post a job opening. If you do that, you could be banned from LinkedIn. So I know a lot of people are doing it. I'm not sure that LinkedIn would do it, but it's written in stone in the publishing platform guidelines from LinkedIn. It says you can do that. If you post a job offer, then LinkedIn could ban you theoretically. Uh, you cannot post an event. Like if you're going to have a Zoom meeting or if you're going to have any event, you can't do that. So really, it's surprising to me because everybody's doing it. And so far, I have never heard anybody who has been banned from LinkedIn from posting an event. But it's written in the guidelines that if you do it, you could be banned. So be careful. uh, you cannot talk about your products. It's written, it's in the guideline. If you're selling product on LinkedIn, if you say, well, I have a nice, cream, or I have a nice wine, or I have a whatever, a nice training for $200 or whatever you have, you cannot do that because you could be banned. That's amazing because everybody's doing it, but it's written in the guidelines. So those are the things that you can't do on LinkedIn, and you could be banned for that. But even worse than that, I mean, in the guidelines, it says that you cannot post an article from another company on LinkedIn. So if you post anything from Yahoo, Google, the New York Times, Washington Post, things like that, you can be banned from LinkedIn. It's written in the guidelines. It's amazing. So now, in all the time that I've been on LinkedIn, I've never heard anybody being banned from LinkedIn uh, because they posted an article for whatever, the New York Times or Washington Post or Google. I've never heard about that, but it's written in the guideline. So I guess that if you do it every day, maybe several times every day, probably they could ban you. So that's some of the things that you could do that could ban you from LinkedIn. So if you know something, if you had warnings from LinkedIn, or if you know someone who has been banned, or if you know someone who had warnings from LinkedIn, please post that in the comments because I want to know if you know a couple of people. I know a couple of people that have said that they've been banned temporarily for 1 week, 1 month, and I know why they have been banned. So I'm gonna give you some reason why your account can be blocked. So one one of the things is using robots. So when I'm talking about robots, I'm talking about, automated stuff like scrapers. There's a lot of robots out there that and it's not even free. You have to pay for that, right? So you scrape the content of LinkedIn, and especially the followers, and then you send them an email automatically. So this could ban you from LinkedIn if you do that. So again, I know a lot of people that are doing this. You just have to be very careful, because this is one of the big reasons why. And I know some people have been banned because they're doing this. Another thing would be using any type of bots, for example, for pods. A lot of people are using pods on LinkedIn. Some gurus say that don't do it. um, it's not really worth it. It can work, but you have to be very careful when you use those pods. And anyway, it's not authorized by LinkedIn. So if you use some of those automation tools from third party, you could be banned. I know a lot of people that are using those automation tools that are so far have not been banned, but that might be a reason. I mean, if LinkedIn is looking for a reason to ban you, they will find one, right? Okay. So another big part is sending requests, too many requests. So the first thing is sending friend request without a text. So if you're sending once in a while, nothing is going to happen. But if you send a lot of friend requests without a text message, then you can be banned. So that's one of the things. And one of the other thing about sending requests is if people click on "I don't know you" when you send a friend request or a follower request, people can say, I don't know that person, and it goes against your account. So if it's once in a while, there's really nothing is going to happen. But if you have, and I don't know the numbers, unfortunately, because it's not anywhere in the LinkedIn guidelines. So I guess they use that probably as a way to, remove the bad apples from LinkedIn, right? But if you have too many, I don't know, then they're gonna restrict. First, you're gonna receive a warning. You're gonna receive a warning saying, "Hey, you are using too many requests, and you have too many. I don't know." So there's a warning. If you keep on doing this, then we're gonna restrict your account. So when they restrict your account, that means that you cannot request friend or followers for a certain number of weeks. It can be 1 week, it can be 1 month, it can be forever. We don't know exactly, so be careful. So the other thing is sending message. You have to send a message every time you asking for a request from a follower. But if you send the same request to everybody, then it's considered spam. They know they can do that. I mean, they can easily go to your history and see what kind of message have you sent. If in the past 10, 20 or 30 friend requests, you have this exactly same message, then they can ban you. So if you send, every time you send a request to a new connection, try to do a new message. One of the other thing is, in LinkedIn, you have the first level, second level, and third level. So the second level is everybody who is friend of your first level. So this could be considered as safe. So you can send a lot of messages, a lot of friend requests to those second level because it's considered safe. But there's also the third level. So the third level is people that you don't know and that are not friends to your friends. So you could send friend requests to those third level, but it's a little bit more risky because LinkedIn doesn't like that. So you can do that. I don't know how many requests you can send a day to the third level, but you have to be very careful. So if you send a follower request, try to send that to second level and not to third level. Then there's something very new, and this has been new for the past, I don't know, probably 2 weeks, so it's brand new. Before, a couple of months or a couple of years ago, there was a limit on how many requests you could send every day, and the limit was 100 requests. So you could send 100 requests every day. Then in June, July, I was advised that you couldn't send more than 50 requests every day. And I tested it, actually. I tried to send more than 50 requests every day. I didn't have any warning. I didn't get my account restricted. I just had a message saying that you have sent the maximum request for the day, which was 50, and you cannot send any more requests. So there's a turnaround about that, is that every time that someone answered to you positively to your request, then the number goes down. For example, you are at the limit. You were at the limit, right? 50 requests every day. If 1, 2, or 3 people would answer positively to your request, then you would go from 50 to 47. That means that you could send 3 more requests. I know because I did it. So I hit the 50 request. I had a message from LinkedIn saying you are at the limit. You cannot send more. I was just watching how many people would answer to my request, and when I would go from 50 to 45, I knew I could send 5 more, and it was working until I hit 50 again. And there was no warning, there was no restriction, it was just a limit. But things have changed. So now you cannot send 50 messages to every day. You can only send 100 requests every week. So that's like 12 requests every day, which is nothing. So you have really to be careful. On LinkedIn, I've known a lot of people that have, in the past 2 weeks, that have been their account restricted because they sent more than 100 requests every week. And LinkedIn is not playing with that. So if you want to have your account restricted, then go ahead. I mean, send 50 messages every day, and you see that it's not gonna work for you. So another thing can you get banned from the platform is sending too many messages in a very short time. So if you hit connect, and you hit 10 or 12 or 15 every day, then you're going to be banned from Facebook, because it looks like you're doing that at like a robot, right? You have to take your time. You have to spend a couple of minutes between each request. Otherwise, the algorithm, the LinkedIn algorithm, is going to see that something is wrong with what you're doing. If you go and hit send, then you're going to be banned. So don't do that. So don't do that. Don't send too many messages within a short period of time. Okay. So it's like, up to now, it's like logical, right? I mean, if you send too many messages, maybe you're gonna have a problem. But there's a new things. I've heard that people have been banned from LinkedIn because they visited too many profiles. Yeah, visiting too many profiles. So if you have, like myself, I have 17,000 followers. So if I want to visit the profile of my 17 followers every day, I could be banned doing this. Those are my followers, right? But if I do that, then LinkedIn is going to think that I'm using automation system. And I know some people did it. And if you visit too many profiles, even if that's your followers, you could be banned, or your account could be restricted from LinkedIn. So don't do that. I don't know the number. I have no idea. But be careful when you're doing this. Another thing that I've read, and I've read that a couple of times, is comments. So, I mean, I advise people to comment on other people's posts, on your post, on other people's posts. And it looks like, amazingly, if you post too many comments, you could be banned too, which is amazing, because that's the idea of LinkedIn, right? That's the idea of, you comment on other people's posts because you like their posts, you like what they're talking about. Now, I have a couple of examples, not with me, but a couple of people told me that they had their account restricted because they commented too much on other people's posts, which is amazing to me, but that's the way it is. So another thing that could get you banned from LinkedIn is going abroad or visiting too many countries in a very short period of time. So if you're living in the United States and you're going on vacation in Mexico, for example, and you stay a couple of weeks, then you might have a problem with LinkedIn. I know with Facebook, you will have a problem. It's not whether or not, it's you will. If you are using Facebook and you go abroad, Facebook will ban you to post from abroad, because Facebook and LinkedIn, no, I mean, everybody knows, right? They know your ISP address, they know you. They know what's your computer number, and even when you change computer, and even if you stay where you are and you change, for example, from a laptop to a desktop, um, they're going to recognize that. And you may have a message saying, hey, you know what, you're not using your regular device to log on LinkedIn. Is that okay to let that new computer? And you may have a text message on your telephone saying, is that okay if that person, it might be you, of course, is using another computer to log on LinkedIn? So if you do that too many times, you could be banned for that. Okay, one of the other thing is the I don't know. I think I already talked about that. But if you have too many I don't know from LinkedIn, then you're going to be banned. Um, and of course, something that's common sense. Don't post something about politics, arms, drugs, sex, or things like that, because you will be banned from LinkedIn. So that's what I want to tell you about how not to be banned from LinkedIn. So the things you need to avoid would be post only authorized content, post high quality content. If you post too many content, anyway, it's not gonna work for you. If you post one content every hour, you're gonna have your account is not gonna be restricted, but you're not gonna get any review from other people, so it's not gonna work. So it's better to post less content but with better quality. Do not send too many follower requests with no message, or with the same message, or too many people, or with third level. Do not visit too many profiles, even if those are your followers. Do not comment too much, and do not go abroad. And that's it. So if you have any comment on that, please feel free to tell me what you think. Maybe you have other reason, of you have heard other people who have been banned from LinkedIn. So if you know some other people, please feel free to comment. And remember that always be careful. Thank you very much. And I see you and I talk to you next time. Bye bye.